Fox Sports.
We are Fox Sports. We are San Diego.
He handed you your first glove.
Anytime we wanted to pick up a ball or pick up a bat, he was there to teach us the game.
And likely was the one who showed you how to use it.
He said he realized that I was a little better than the average guy, and he did the same thing with lessons. He didn't really want to find any lessons until he realized that I'm pretty good.
He taught you how to swing, how to stand, how to be a ball player.
Pretty much everything I know, so I definitely would not be here without him.
He was there for me, him and my mom both taking me around and
learning from him on how to be a man, how to be a family man, all that kind of stuff.
Now you strive to be just as good as he.
Definitely, he's a guy that has influenced my game and my career in every way possible.
That's our dad, and we thank him today for connecting us with this special game.
Happy Father's Day.
Feliz Dia de los Padres.
Happy Father's Day, Dad.
Love you, Dad.
Actually have your Father's Day card here. Forgot to mail it, but it's the thought that counts, and I just want to say I love you.
Father's Day at Chase Field here in Phoenix, a special time. Dads with their sons and daughters. Padre dads against the Diamondback dads today. And a win will be a gift for their kids. Oh, my. As we welcome you to Phoenix, Arizona, the final game of this three-game series on Father's Day, the San Diego Padres and the Arizona Diamondbacks. And good afternoon, everyone, and thank you for spending part of your Father's Day with us. We've wished each other a happy Father's Day, and the memories just keep flowing back. There was nothing better than when Dad says we're going to the ballpark. The second best thing was that after the game, we got to play catch.
You know, Dick, I'm right there with you, and I remember my dad coming home from work and never once saying no, and I said, Dad, can we play some catch? He'd go to the closet, get the catcher's glove, we'd go out in the front yard and have a game of catch. Thank you, Dad. I love you. It was just great times.
Well, the Padres trying to catch a win today against Arizona and move above them in the NL West. And they, 8 extra base hits last night. That was good.
Yeah, the offense was coming out. Somebody woke up those bats, and hopefully the Padres can get some consistency as we take a look. What has been the reason behind the 8 runs and 10 hits? Some good at-bats. That was a full-count fastball that NORRIS hit. And what I also love is the patient at-bats, hitting mistakes, and also the reaction of the bench and the players on this team when they came through. Another nugget is that 6 different Padres scored runs last night. And how about the bottom of the order? Not just 6, 7, 8. It was 9 also. Tyson Ross with a triple after striking out 3 times. So everybody got into the act last night. And even though Will Middlebrooks was over, he made some great plays at third base to prevent the Diamondbacks from getting on the board.
Clint Barmas with 3 hits and a couple of RBIs, and you saw Melvin Upton with his first home run as a Padre. Well, in the spirit of this day, next up, Chris Budden with the manager, Pat Murphy. His son is here to share this day with Dad.
Father's Day to everyone out there. Pat Murphy and his son Kai. Pat is a father of 3 to a daughter and 2 boys, but it's 15-year-old Kai who's been with him since the beginning. In fact, Pat said he used to change his diapers all those years ago in the Arizona State dugout. He'll be in this dugout today wearing a Padres uniform. He's gone with them everywhere, to Eugene, Tucson, El Paso, and now San Diego. And at the end of the day, Murphy says it's his son that he thinks about before he goes to bed.
Those who know the history with Kai and I, it's it's just a beautiful moment. It's they say the word surreal. I don't even know if I can define that, but it's like just a wonderful. I'm just very grateful. It's just I'm filled with gratefulness that and I put my goals down the other night. Kind of like mentally, I do a lot of scribbles. And I put down like what do I really want? And number one was I want Kai to grow from this. I want Kai to watch this. I want to be a good example to him, and I want him to grow from this. And that was number one.
Kai and Pat have spent every Father's Day together, but this one is significant. It'll be the first time they share a dugout in a Major League Baseball park. Well, coming up, Game 3, rubber match between the Padres and the Diamondbacks. How about some power for the Pops out there? We got Game 3, first pitch, coming up from Chase Field.
Baseball brought to you by Sony, the leader of 4K Ultra HD. By Petco, what we feed them matters. By your San Diego Lexus dealer. And by Bud Light. Stay in the game and drink responsibly. Getting ready is the right-hander Jeremy Hellickson. He's 27 from Des Moines, Iowa. Came over from Tampa Bay in a trade during the winter. And here's the lineup for the San Diego Padres, brought to you by Toyota. Corey Spangenberg in the leadoff spot this afternoon. Then Yonder Alonso, Justin Upton, Matt Kemp hits 4th. Eric Norris with a home run last night is 9th. In the 5th spot, Will Venable, then Will Meadowbrooks. Clint Varmus, a big night last night. Bottom of the order, 3 for 5, and couple of runs batted in for Varmus. Andrew Kastner hits 9th.
And the scouting report for right-hander Jeremy Hellickson, brought to you by Verizon Wireless. Well, he allows a lot of base runners. Base hits, walks combined as compared to innings pitched, it's up there. And get him into the stretch early, and hopefully this offense can continue to roll like it did last night. It's fun to watch. Everybody taking part in the victory.
Spangenberg, a .242 hitter. Lineup loaded with left-handed bats, as many as Pat Murphy could use. And we're underway. First pitch strike. Hellickson, 6'1" and 190 pounds. It's his 14th start. So the temperature outside, at least here at midday, is cooled down to 99 degrees. 79 here indoors with the roof closed. Ground ball right side, and there to scoop it up. Owings, and one away. The defense for the D-backs in the outfield: left field Peralta, Pollock in center, and Tomas back in the starting lineup in right field. At third, Lamb, Ahmed, and Owings up the middle. Goldschmidt at first base, and SALTALAMACCHIA behind the plate. Yonder Alonso. His average at .315 leads the Padres. Padres splitting the 2 games in Oakland at the beginning of this road trip. They've split the first 2 here this weekend against Arizona. Win series, that was the theme from the start of spring training. Here's the chance. And a drive to right field. He beats the shift. Over to cut it off is Tomas, and Alonso, a long single.
Well, that's tough to do. You've got 2 infielders, you've got a rover out there, then you've got the right fielder. So to place that perfectly, that's good hitting by Yonder Alonso.
Now hit safely in 5 games.
3 heavy on the right side, and this line drive finds a guard spot. Nicely done. Square it up. Good looking swing by Yonder. You talk about winning series, Dick. The old professor, Casey Stengel, he said, you know what? The owners of the ball club don't pay me to win every day. They just pay me to win 2 out of 3. Right?
2 out of 3 gets you into the playoffs.
Exactly.
Justin Upton didn't have a hit last night, but a couple of walks. .272 he's hitting, leading the club in home runs and RBIs and walks and runs and hits. Slice to right. That's right to Tomas. About 10 feet in fair territory. Ball was slicing, and there was hope for a moment that might drop, but 2 away.
Well, Justin had the right idea. We saw Tomas make a nice play in game 1 of the series. You know, when you look at Tomas out there, you think, really not that athletic? No, he's got some athleticism in him.
Yes, he does. For a big guy, 250 pounds.
Yep.
Talk in spring training was he was the liability while trying to play third base, so outfield is his spot. Here's Matt Kemp. Kemp is 3 for 7 against Hellickson with a triple. Ball 1. They don't employ the shift, at least on this first at bat. Perhaps with 2 strikes they will. One and one.
That's the changeup from Hellickson. His last start, he really had the curveball working. So his secondary pitches to keep an eye on today: the changeup, which we just saw, and the curveball. And brothers Upton on the top railing on this Father's Day here at Chase Field.
So the good news for Matt Kemp is he's hitting almost 100 points higher in day games. Now look out through the windows. It feels like it's nighttime here. Ground ball deep to third. A long throw for Jake Lamb. He bounces it correctly, and Goldschmidt able to scoop it out for the out. Here come the D-backs facing Andrew Kastner.
para el Día de los Padres, para mi papá, que tenga un grandioso día, un día especial, no siempre no para él, para ti nada más, pero para muchos padres que hay ahora en este mundo y los que van a ser padres también, que va a ser un día especial y que tengan un feliz Día de los Padres y que lo disfruten mucho con su familia y con sus hijos y hijas.
It translates in all languages. Love for father. A.J. Pollock will lead it off for Arizona, and here is the Diamondbacks lineup brought to you by Hyundai. Pollock, Peralta, Goldschmidt, Tomas, then Lamb, Owings, SALTALAMACCHIA, AHMED, and the pitcher Hellickson. Of course, the key, that number 3 hitter, Paul Goldschmidt, leading the majors with a .358 average. Pollock at .305.
And the scouting report for Andrew on this Father's Day is brought to you by Montalvo. Hey, he's got the power two-seamer. We know that. He needs to execute the slider for strikes. Not wrap that slider, but throw it, stay on the side of that baseball, get a short, tight break down and away.
And follow the footsteps of Tyson Ross last night as he authored the very first complete game of the season for the Padre pitching staff, a 4-hitter, striking out 9 and walking only 1. It's hard to believe, and when you go around the league, press media saying, well, how can Andrew Cashner have only 2 wins? Well, one, he's given up some home runs. The other is he's had very little run support. Swing and a miss by Pollock, and it's a full count. Alan Lorenz IV, A.J. Pollock. Got him. Wow. 96 on the fastball. How about our keys to the game, Mark Grant, brought to you by your San Diego Honda dealers.
You ask and you shall receive. Follow Ross's lead. Tyson enjoying a big league ball game from the dugout after throwing a complete game. And make Dad proud. That's what every big leaguer wants to do on this day. We're fortunate to have a dad. Going all out today for Dad.
David Peralta swings and just misses the bag at first base. Strike 1. Yonder Alonso in conversation with Sam Holbrook, the first base umpire. Slap foul, 0-2.
You know, the one thing that Andrew probably watched last night when Tyson was dealing, he picked up the tempo. He got that ball, got right back up on that mound. And also what Tyson did, he quickened up his leg kick a little bit last night, mechanically.
Swing and a miss, and that's a couple of strikeouts for Andrew Cashner. He gets Pollock and now Peralta. A look at the Padres defense today, brought to you by San Diego County Ford dealers. Here's how they line up behind Cashner, with Alonso there at first base, the rest of his mates on the infield. Spangenberg at second, Barmas at short, Middlebrooks at third. Right fielder is Matt Kemp with Venable in center, Upton in left, and Norris behind the plate. Paul Goldschmidt. Ball 1. Goldie, good hitter any place, any time during day action. Third best average in the National League, .368.
Andrew changing speeds on that two-seamer. First one at 96. Second one at 93 right on the outside corner.
He's 5 for 14, Goldschmidt, against Cashner, and he lines this one, caught by the shortstop Barmas. That's about as high as the veteran can get up, but he got the leather on that line drive bit for a base hit off Goldschmidt's bat. Well done. A 1-2-3 inning for Cashner, and after one here in Arizona, no score.
15-year-old son, Kai, have a very special relationship, and they've spent every Father's Day together in the dugouts. But there was one significant one happened about 6 years ago. Kai secretly planned to put a message on the Jumbotron that aired during the game, and Pat had no idea. So in between innings, it airs I love you, Dad, thanks for everything. Pat got a little misty-eyed and didn't know what to do, and he said, that's great. Don't ever do that again, son.
Well, that's very nice, a young kid to have that ingenuity. Huh?
Absolutely.
Love will drive all ages to wonderful extremes. Derek Norris starts the second inning. Home run last night, number 9. And he now, with 41 runs batted in, is only 2 behind the club leader, Justin Upton. Venable and then Middlebrooks to follow against Jeremy Hellickson. He got all of it last night, 400 plus.
It was a 3-2 fastball, and he was all over it. No reason why Derek Norris should be suiting up in Cincinnati, representing the National League, hopefully, and representing the San Diego Padres.
With that ball in Cincinnati, might be in the upper deck.
Yes, sir.
One ball, 2 strikes. 28 extra base hits, more than any catcher in baseball. Will Venable. Padres wearing the blue sweatbands. High pop up way up into the girders, left side, and Lamb makes the catch.
That was the changeup from Jeremy Hellickson. Nice, easy delivery. Not a max effort pitcher at all. He's going to top out about 91-ish, maybe 92 on that fastball.
The blue bands and the blue material, our pins and all, are part of the whole Major League Baseball awareness about prostate cancer, raising funds for research to fight that disease. And appropriately on Father's Day, players respecting that. Tough to read plate umpire Welke's strike call, because he just raises his arm in front of his body. We're behind him, so we can't see it. I mean, we look at him from this angle, yes, but pretty subtle. And here are the umpires. Bill Welke behind the plate with Holbrook, Hoy, and Hirschbeck on the bases. And Venable goes down swinging, and that's the first strikeout for Jeremy Hellickson.
There's the curveball I was talking about. His last start, he had the curveball working. Now there's 2 secondary pitches, the curveball and changeup. Which one is it going to be? He's thrown the changeup. He got Derek Norris to pop out on it, and he puts away Will Venable with the old number 2. And here it is. Watch him, kind of a spike grip, knuckle curve grip. He's got that index finger dug into the baseball. That baseball getting around that middle finger to get that rotation.
Middlebrook swings and sends a fly ball to right. Tomas has to give ground, and at the path completes a 1-2-3 inning for Hellickson. No score here in Phoenix. details of the trade.
Tyson Ross, he was dealing at release point, 6.1 feet. It ends up 0.9 feet, 9 inches. Talk about downward plane on the slider, the tilt as well. A lot of lefties, that's their kryptonite when Tyson Ross is on the hill. 2 strikes, you better be protecting, but it's tough to square up on that slider, and that was evident last night.
9 strikeouts for Ross, allowed only 4 hits, gave up the run in the 8th inning on back-to-back extra base hits, but he was masterful. Also an RBI triple, the first Padre to go 9 innings and the first Padre pitcher to drive in a run. Tomas Lamb and Owings in the second for the D-backs. 94 just inside. Tomas in Friday night's game hit on the elbow by a James Shields pitch, so he was not in the starting lineup last night. 1-1. Having a good year, this Cuban signee. 322 average. Two balls and a strike, and here's the pitch off the elbow, and he wasn't very eager to even go to first base after taking that hit right on the point of the elbow. But okay, and X-rays showed it was only a bruise. Did he go? No. So leading off here in the second inning, Tomas has the count in his favor, 3-1.
Tomas's success has been him using the whole field, especially the big part of the field, center field, right center field, left center field. And as I mentioned that, you look at the defense for the Padres. Venables playing on the first base side of second base, so there's a big gap in right center field this away.
Got him. 95 on the fastball, and Cashner has 3 strikeouts. First 4 men he's faced.
Velocity plus movement, getting on top of it and getting that good spin. Look at the movement on that ball. It looks like it's going to be knee high down and away, and it ends up on the inner part of the plate, well below the knees.
Brings up the left-handed hitting third baseman Jake Lamb. 2 for 5 against Cashner with a home run. The home run might be the only home run Lamb has hit this year. It may have hit it last year against Cashner. Two and 0. You know what Lamb says to his mom before he went to school? I love you.
I gotcha. E-W-E.
There you go.
I gotcha.
3-0.
Oh, Andrew bounced back from the 3-ball count in the first inning.
Fastball strike at 93.
Man, he is just so free and easy with the delivery. And the good thing about Andrew is that he knows that he can pump it up to 96, 97.
He walked him. First base runner for Arizona. 1-out walk to Lamb brings up Chris Owings.
Free and easy motion. Good delivery. When the leg goes down, the hands part. Everything in unison. Getting the most out of that delivery. The momentum towards home plate. Big key for Andrew is staying on top and not working underneath or around that baseball. That's when he gets that great movement.
Chris Owings last night was the one Diamondback who did have some success against Tyson Ross. 2 lineouts to third and a triple to center scored the only run. Starts him with a fastball.
See what Derek Norris puts down here. Fastball.
And a ground ball into right field. Holding at second base is Lamb as Kemp hustles the ball in, and the D-backs threaten here in the second.
Well, Chris Owings last night, 1 for 3. He smoked the ball. We saw the plays that Will Middlebrooks made last night, but he also hit a triple. This guy always seems to be a thorn in the saddle. Just puts together a good at-bat, uses the whole field. He hits that one extremely well with that big hole on that right side on the fastball.
So the veteran JARROD SALTALAMACCHIA. He's had trouble getting hits so far this year as a Diamondback, 8 for 68. So that comes out at a lowly 118. Has some power. A couple of home runs in those 8 hits.
I think we just saw the first slider out of the hand from Andrew Cashner, and he tried to backdoor it for strike 1, but just missed.
Good candidate for a double play, SALTALAMACCHIA. Of course, the Diamondbacks traded their first string catcher to the Cubs, Miguel Montero, in the offseason. Another foul, and it's 1-2.
Yeah, Wellington Castillo's on his way to pretty much being the everyday catcher for the Diamondbacks. SALTALAMACCHIA getting a start today. Choking up on the bat, trying to get some bat control and hit that ball where it's pitched. He's got to protect that with 2 strikes.
Long study by Cashner. And the fastball at 97. That's what you're talking about. Yep. He saves a little fuel just in situations like this.
Absolutely. And that one he kind of overthrew a little bit because he spun on that front side and really didn't have a good follow through, but still has 2 strikes on him.
At 95-mile-an-hour heater right in on SALTALAMACCHIA's hands. One out. Lamb at second, Owings at first base. There's the brain trust for the Padres. And a full count. Went to the changeup.
SALTALAMACCHIA has fought off some good pitches away. He fought off one in, back to the screen. Laid off the changeup.
And he walks him. A couple of walks and a single, and the bases are loaded with Diamondbacks. "20-pitch inning for Cashner with only 1 out, and here's the number 8 hitter, Nick Ahmed. There's one thing about Tyson Ross's performance last night, walking only 1 man, didn't hurt himself. There's a couple of free passes that have loaded them up for Arizona. Infield back looking for a double play ground ball. There it is. He'll go to the plate for 1 and pulls him off. Safe is the call. Oh my. A critical error as Middlebrooks throws wide to home plate. Norris can't maintain contact. And that's a 1-0 Arizona lead. Murphy is looking back toward the dugout to get a signal as to whether he should challenge or not. It's hard to, you don't have the luxury of the cushion of a base where you can brace your foot.
Yep.
And so it's easy for that back foot to slide off home plate. Easy out on a good throw.
Yeah, kind of tough to tell from that angle there, but that's one of those where you see the body, the motion of the catcher, and it seems like that would be the obvious call, but there are a lot of times when that ball is in the glove and there's still contact of that foot on home plate. Very tough to tell from any angle.
They are going to challenge. Murphy is challenged. We'll take another look at it ourselves. This would be a very critical error. Not only the run, but the bases remain loaded with only 1 out. looking hopefully at the big screen in center field. Norris and Cashner. This isn't going to help much because we're going to be blocked by, well, maybe not. It pulled him so far away from home base that it's hard to call him out. Foot is there. You can't see if that toe is in contact with the pentagon.
It's really tough to tell.
Be nice to have an overhead view, wouldn't it? The luxury of a camera up in the rooftops.
Well, the calling umpire is home plate umpire Bill Welke, the crew chief there with him, John Hirschbeck, on the horn to New York.
All right, we have another view. This should be more definitive. Foot is in contact. Foot is. Is there enough to overturn the call on the field? Right.
Oh man, that's. Remember, it's when the ball hits the back of the glove. There is
looks like he's in contact there, doesn't it?
It sure does. But is the foot off the plate? It looks like it, but it could be hovering over that plate. I think, Dick, it might be one of those to where there's really not enough clear evidence.
New York taking their time trying to find the right angle to see if there is cause to overturn the rule on the field. Almost 2 minutes now to review. But we're talking about a run or no run, so you want to be sure about this one. Either 2 outs, bases loaded, no score, or 1 out and 1-0 Arizona.
Now from this angle, you can see that his foot is still in. Watch when the ball hits the glove. There is his foot in contact with the plate.
Well, based on you put that together with the one we saw previously, it looks like it is.
So the ball hits the glove there. Is the foot still in contact? So from that still shot there, then you go to the upper shot and see if the foot is over the plate, because there it clearly looks like he's on the ground still.
And when we saw the shot, he was over the plate.
Right.
This one. He's still over the plate there.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, I tell you what, the bottom line is Derek Norris doing his best to be a first baseman with all that gear on. And
they could not overturn it. They certainly went over 3 minutes to study it because it was that tight. And it becomes a critical throwing error by Middlebrooks that allows the D-backs to take a 1-0 lead. They've got a run on only 1 hit, 2 walks, and an error. Obviously no RBI for Ahmed. Everybody else moves up. Owings to third, SALTALAMACCHIA to second, and Ahmed safe at first, and the pitcher Hellingson is up.
So no challenges for Pat Murphy and the Padres the rest of this game.
The only weapon he has is to suggest to an umpire that maybe they might want to review. So this is the kind of inning that has haunted Cashner all season long. Part of it his own undoing with the 2 walks. And the first of the 2 has become a run. Good cut by Hellingson. He's not a bad hitter now. He's 5 for 20. Couple of RBIs.
You know, Dick, going back to that play, what's frustrating is that it looks like Will Middlebrooks had a good throwing lane to home plate. Just kind of yanked it. And once again, Derek Norris did everything he could to keep that ball from going to the backstop.
Did he go? No, says umpire Holbrook.
Now, when a runner is throwing to a base, the thing is, does he have a throwing lane? And from this angle, it's sharply hit.
Looked like he had trouble getting a good grip, and he had to re-grip the ball. And when you see it full speed, it does look like he's off the base. Norris did a heck of a job to almost maintain contact. Another good swing by Hellickson, and it's 2-2. A 26 pitch inning, and there's only one out. Full count. That was a pretty good pitch.
Well, one more look as we take a look at the ball. Remember, it's when the ball hits the back of the glove. Derek Norris right there.
He's in contact.
Wow.
Tough one. And he hits Hellickson. Boy, this has now become from disappointing to ugly. That brings in a run. Fans booing, but the last thing you want to do is hit the pitcher and cost you a run.
Yeah, you can see the frustration and how upset Andrew Cashner was after that pitch. Snapping back after getting a baseball from the umpire. Gets him right on the belt, it looks like.
So 2-0 Arizona. They haven't had to do much to get those 2 runs. One single.
Right on the left hip of Jeremy Hellickson. The last thing Andrew Cashner wanted to do.
So after striking out Tomas to start the inning, he walked Lamb. Owings, a ground ball single to right. Walked SALTALAMACCHIA. Ahmed's ground ball to third becomes an error on the throw by Middlebrooks. Base is still loaded, and he hits Hellickson for the second run. Still only one out. And now you're to the top of the order, and the 300 hitter, A.J. Pollock.
Yeah, the workload continues to climb. 28 pitches for Andrew here in the second frame.
Ball 1. Couple of bases on balls, plus an extra out, plus a hit batsman, the pitcher. A base hit. You knew that was coming. 2 more runs score. It's 4-0. Four runs on 2 hits for the D-backs here in the second.
See what Andrew throws here. Looks like a slider. It's a slider that just catches too much of the plate. Yeah, sure, Pollock kind of goes down to get it. He's out in front of it, but he hits that 5.5 hole. Kind of speeding up the bat of A.J. Pollock.
The pitcher Hellickson stops at second. Pollock with a couple of RBIs. He's got 33 now on the season. And Peralta struck out the first time. The 8th man to come to bat here in the second inning. And Goldschmidt looks as if he's going to get a chance to swing unless Peralta wraps into a double play. Strike 2. 32nd pitch of the inning. Tougher hitter with men in scoring position, Peralta.
Just missed.
Tight zone for plate umpire Bill Welke. Just missed the corner. And that considerably off the plate. 2-2.
You see the MO of Andrew Cashner against Peralta, down and in with the fastballs. First pitch missing over the plate but low.
Oh, right through the legs of Barmas. Another run will score. It's 5-0. Second error of the inning. That's a sure double play ball, but hit hard right through the wickets of the Padres shortstop. Another error.
You know, this really surprises me. I don't know whether Clint Barmes was screened by Jeremy Hellickson. No, this ball, no doubt, was hit hard. It was a one-hopper. Watch Hellickson, watch Barmes. He's in front of him right there. Hellickson holds his ground, and next thing you know, it scoots by right through the legs of Clint Barmes. Oh, you don't see that too often.
Still only one out, and the Diamondbacks have hit around. Only 2 hits in the hit around. 2 errors, 2 walks, and a hit batsman. That's a formula for disaster, and it has been just that for Andrew Cashner here in the second. And meanwhile, his pitch count climbing up to 36 in the inning. Second and third, 1 out to Goldschmidt. 1-1. And Frank Garces is up in the Padre bullpen. It's the most pitches in any given inning all season for Cashner. Infield draws up halfway. And finding the hole up the middle is Goldschmidt. 2 more runs score. And the Diamondbacks with a feast here in the second. Now lead 7-0. Not hit hard, but with the infield in, no chance for Spangenberg to get to that high hopper up the middle.
Always a tough out. Paul Goldschmidt, you know, he can hurt you with the long ball. He's got such a good stroke, chokes up on that bat, takes that pitch away, and with the infield drawn in a little bit, finds the hole.
His 56th and 57th runs batted in. Still only 1 out, and the man who made that out leading off is the man at the plate, Tomas. Goldschmidt at first. A 7-run explosion for the D-backs. The Snakes have struck with a lot of help. A little low. Two and 1. This is going to really do some damage to Cashner's ERA as well. He started tonight 4.24 earned run average, well above last year. The runner goes, and Goldschmidt is out. Norris has gunned down another. If that holds, it's the 23rd caught stealing for Derek Norris. Goldschmidt trying to steal a bag with a 7-run lead here in the second. Pretty close.
Oh, that was close.
I think he's safe.
Yeah, I thought the foot got in there. You bet.
So we'll have another delay while they go to the challenge posture. And it would only figure that he's safe, but it certainly looked like that right here. His foot seam and leg seem to stay in contact.
And once again, I think, you know, the infielders got to leave that glove on the runner. The foot hitting the bag, there's a chance that you'll lose contact before your hand on the back side of the slide makes contact with the bag. So rather than the swipe tag, the tag and then bringing the glove up, you got to keep that glove on the runner.
Before the challenge process, that little slap tag would work if the ball beat the runner.
I got foot on the bag right there, and then
the leg, the foreleg, is still on the bag, so he doesn't come off contact. This should be a fairly short Now, there's only one out, or maybe two. And this is the biggest inning of the season for Arizona, 7 runs. And we'll see whether or not there's 2 outs or Goldschmidt has moved himself into scoring position for Tomas.
Well, the way this game is going, with the Diamondbacks scoring 7 here in the bottom of the second, Chip Hale wanted to add on. I mean, this is a ballpark where the leads can change in a heartbeat. We've documented that many times. We've seen it here in this ballpark. So he's trying to get another runner in a scoring position, running, stealing a base attempt up 7-0 here in the bottom of the second.
Almost 2 minutes to make this decision on the challenge, and it isn't a call as yet. Over 2 minutes. Previous challenge was over 3 minutes. We've had more time in the challenge booth than the Padres have been at bat.
Well, once again, through osmosis and this challenge system, the longer it takes, seems that the call usually stands. Safe, tag, comes off. See if CORY keeps that glove on the leg as he is. Okay, he's safe there. Does he come off the bag? Well, as CORY comes with the swipe tag up to show the umpire.
It's like all parts of the anatomy from the leg to the, and he's safe. So it's overruled and give Goldschmidt his 12th stolen base of the season. Can the Padres get a second out? Double play chance is taken away by the steal. Make that, yeah, the 12th stolen base by Goldschmidt. He can do everything. And finally, the second out, both made by Tomas, both strikeouts. And Jake Lamb comes up. He walked after Tomas had struck out to start this inning. He walked, and a couple of walks, a hit batsman, 2 errors, and just 3 hits have produced 7 runs. That old right wing of Cashner's has to be getting a little tired here in this inning.
Yeah, you throw that many pitches in one inning, that's a serious workload.
45 pitches this inning. Goodness. And finally, ground ball out to shallow right. Spangenberg throws out Lamb, and that'll do it. 7 runs, 3 hits, 2 errors. They kick the extra point at 7-0.
in 2013, Andrew Cashner. Happier times, a home run in the top of the 6th inning here at Chase Field of Josh Coleman. The Padres went on to beat the Diamondbacks 12-3. Not so happy about what happened in the bottom of the 2nd. 7 runs, 3 hits, 2 errors, 3 earned runs, 4 unearned. You can't give a team 5 outs and then throw in a couple of walks and a hit batsman and expect any better.
And no hanging the heads in the dugout for the Padres. Teams have been in this situation before. You got to try to fight back. Nobody giving up in that Padre dugout, that's for sure. Not going to stand for that, especially in this ballpark. We've talked about it before. The lead can change in a heartbeat.
Barmes, then Cashner and Spangenberg against Jeremy Hellickson. Barmes off his best day of the season. Last night going 3 for 4, scored 2, knocked in 2 with a single and a couple of doubles. Fly ball shallow and left. Peralta for the first out. In today's game, folks, we're participating in the Home Run Challenge. Every Padre home run raises $12,500 for prostate cancer research. You can make a pledge by going online to homerunchallenge.org. Padres with a couple of home runs last night. Norris and Melvin Upton, $25,000 into the kitty. Cashner, 3 hits and 26 at bats. Takes strike 1. Well, Hellickson does have a high ERA, over 5. So the Padres can start chipping away. He goes around.
Good curveball.
He does have a good curve.
You know, I mentioned it, a lot of base runners by Jeremy Hellickson before this game. 72 in a 3rd inning pitch. He allowed 103 base runners.
And another strikeout. His second. 2 away, top of the order, Cory Spangenberg. Grounded to second to open the ball game. So 46 pitches for Cashner in that 2nd inning. Here is Hellickson. He's thrown only 25 to get 8 outs. 9 outs. Well, 9 batters, 8 outs. Strike 1. D-backs got Hellickson from the Rays for an infielder, Andre Velasquez, and an outfielder, Justin Williams. Former teammate of James Shields with the Rays.
Gold Glover also for Jeremy Hellickson. He's got the gold label on that glove, the Rawlings Gold Glove recipient.
Ground ball through the left side, off the glove of the diving Ahmed, but he wouldn't have thrown out Spangenberg even had he fielded it. 2nd hit for the Padres. And it'll bring up Yonder Alonso, who has the other one.
That's using the whole field and fighting one off on the inside part of the plate. And now with Alonso coming up, the Diamondbacks will move into the shift. Fight it off.
In the D-back shift, the 3rd baseman Lamb goes over on the 2nd base side, and Ahmed, the shortstop, stays as the lone figure on his side. Alonso beat the shift with a line drive over the head of Owings, who's playing shallow right field. Ground ball to that short right fielder, and a 4-3 put up. Padres gone in the 3rd. It's 7-0 here in Arizona.
first love, and you know, obviously want us to play it, but never push us too hard. You know, anytime we wanted to pick up a ball or pick up a bat, he was there to teach us the game.
Obviously, he's the one that got me and my brother kind of into sports. He always played with us, played every sport with us, but it turned out to be baseball, and definitely wouldn't be where we are if it wasn't for him.
How about the father of those two men, Justin and Melvin Upton, to have two sons playing Major League Baseball on the same team?
Wow.
Chris Owings leads off the third for Arizona after a 7-run second inning. Owings hits one high and deep to center, but Venable, a lot of grass out there to make the first down. And our T-Mobile game changer on this Father's Day Sunday involves the National League leaders, most games scoring 7 or more runs. The Diamondbacks now have their 18th. Padres have gone 15 times, including last night when they won 8-1.
Okay, here's a life lesson in sports. Down early like this, I don't want anybody hanging their heads. I don't want anybody moping down in that dugout. It's not going to happen, because if that's going to happen, I don't want you on my team. Right, Professor?
Well, that's exactly right.
Any level. You got to keep rooting. You got to keep plugging.
That's why they play 9, huh?
That's right.
Otherwise, they'd say, okay, this game's over. You guys can get on the plane.
Right.
Head on to San Francisco. The catcher, SALTALAMACCHIA, walked and scored. The 2 men who walked, the hit batsman, and the 2 errors, all of those came around to score, and he belts this one to deep center field. Venable looks up, and it's off the top of the wall. And SALTALAMACCHIA coasts into second base with a long double. First extra base hit for the D-backs, and their 4th of the game.
Well, Will did everything he could to try to gauge that one and go back. And this is where the corner outfielders come into play. As we take a look, SALTALAMACCHIA going deep to center field. Will lets that ball hit, plays the Karen, because if he goes all the way back to the wall, that's when your corner outfielder's got to come over and try to back up and help out. If he commits and it gets by him, it's going to start rolling back towards the infield, and that could spell trouble.
Now, had that ball landed above the padding there at the 407 mark, that's not a home run. You have to hit it even higher, the yellow line, up about 20 feet. So he hit it just at the top of the padding area, but you got to go another good 10 feet to get a home run. AHMED, 1 strike on him. Alonso able to pick that one off and get the out himself. Over to third goes SALTALAMACCHIA, and the pitcher Hellickson is up.
I think that ball hit right about here, Dick, top of the padding.
Yeah.
And as you mentioned, here's the yellow line. The ball hits above that yellow line. It's a home run.
So it's a pretty good poke. You got to go 407 and then hit it about 20 feet high.
And that's why the umpire, second base umpire, whoever that may be, you've got to really bust your tail to get out there to see the way that ball changes directions. And James Hoy did a good job of going out there. Nice hustle by the umpire.
Hellickson was hit by a pitch with the bases loaded, so credited with his 3rd RBI. And here came around to score on the error by Barmas.
Andrew electing to go from the windup with 2 outs and that runner at third base. A lot of pitchers feel that, hey, I get my best stuff from the windup. I get that momentum, I get that good turn, rather than going from the stretch.
He's got a slow runner over there. He's not a threat to try to break for the plate. You got to give him a look before you deliver, which he does. Ground ball deep to short. Barmas has a long throw and gets the pitcher Hellickson. A double, but SALTALAMACCHIA dies at third. We've completed 3 in Arizona. sons and daughters here to enjoy a game on their day. Granddads as well, they count. Hubba hubba.
Love to see that. Hey, Padre fans in attendance. You bet.
He says, and Bud Grant says, don't get discouraged.
No, you can't.
A couple of errors, 4 or 5 walks, 3 base hits, a long home run, and they're right back in it.
Oh, that thumb is tasting pretty good right about now.
That's the way to raise them. Get them in the ballpark young. Hopefully she's far enough away from home plate to protect that.
That's why, Dick, we talked about it the other day. They should have that protective screen all the way down past the dugouts.
Well, they've done more here than most ballparks.
Yeah.
They've gone from the corner of the dugout to the other corner.
I think, it ends right here. I think it should extend all the way down this way.
To there.
Yes.
Build it off the roof of the dugout. Well, I think that the new commissioner is studying that carefully in light of the accident in Fenway. Yeah, there she is.
Yeah, that's too close. I'm sorry.
It really is. How is she going to protect herself or that baby if a line drive comes in? Justin Upton, Matt Kemp, and Derek Norris in a 7-0 deficit here in the 4th inning. Upton lined to right field his first at bat. 21 games against his former team. They picked him as the #1 draft overall, and he's hit well over 300. Ten years ago, as a teenager, just 17, he was selected first overall by the D-backs. Two and two. Trading deadline's the last day of July, correct?
Correct.
So we're about 5 weeks away.
Got to make a move.
A lot of speculation as to where will Justin Upton be.
Hopefully he's in a Padre uniform.
Oh, absolutely.
Padres are in it, right?
Amen. In August, where will he be? High fly ball that's going to push Tomas back and makes the catch.
Tuesday coming up. Tuesday, that is. MLB returns as Matt Carpenter and the NL Central leading Redbirds of St. Louis take on Giancarlo Stanton and the Marlins. In a game you can see only on Fox Sports 1. Coverage begins at 4 p.m. Pacific on Fox Sports 1 and streaming live on Fox Sports Go. Get your baseball fix on Fox.
Just to see Giancarlo Stanton play and hit is worth the viewing time. Matt Kemp grounded deep to third his first time. Fastball for a strike. Hellickson has struck out 2, hasn't walked any, a couple of singles, harmless. Spangenberg and Alonso. Hellickson in Tampa, 5 years, 140 and lost 36. ERA respectable at 3.78. Pounded foul.
Well, Hellickson kind of making short work of these Padre hitters. Only 1 at bat this afternoon. Seen 5 pitches or more. So the Padres swinging early. You see the discoloration there of the Diamondbacks jersey, working up a lather down there. Different shades of Sedona red.
That one flying back almost into the press box.
Boy, back in the day, I always think of days like this, even though we're inside and it's air conditioned, but wearing the old wool uniforms. Oh, how those guys did it, I'll never know.
And that was heavy wool.
Yes, it was.
Changeup 1-2. Padres come back home. Their next stand entertaining Arizona starting next Friday night. 2-2. And next Friday is Beer Fest night.
Nice.
Next Friday, always
love it.
A big item. Fans have a good time out there in the park at the park. And then Saturday, one of your favorites, they're giving away beach towels.
Oh, I love the beach towel.
Yeah, everyone does.
It's a great giveaway. A lot of great giveaways at Petco Park, so make sure you make plans.
Yeah, and Sunday, of course, Military Day. That's always special as well. Another strikeout off speed.
Hellickson breaking out the changeup to Matt Kemp. Way out in front of that one. Good arm speed from the right-hander. You see the glove? He's got the circle change grip. Throws it just like his fastball. Lack of velocity and movement equals a pretty good pitch down in the zone.
Derek Norris popped to third his first time. He's got a very slow delivery, and then boom, he jumps to the plate. So it accentuates his fastball because his motion is super slow.
Almost lulling the hitter to sleep, and then all of a sudden, like you said, Dick, bang, it's right up on top of you.
One ball, one strike.
We got a game break coming up. Tigers, Yankees from the Bronx. Mike Pomerantz and Mark Sweeney will fill you in.
I'm betting on Detroit. So it's going to be a Detroit highlight. I just got the feeling. Although it could be A-Rod done. He could be doing something else.
Big day for J.D. Martinez, I guess. So stay tuned for that one. More details to come.
2-1. Anxious for the Padres to get Detroit on the schedule at Detroit. Get back in my home grounds. Line but foul.
I know it's kind of early, but are we aware of interleague next year as far as...
You know, the other is Toronto. The Padres have not played in Toronto yet.
Have never played at Skydome.
I'd like to go there. Boy, Toronto, they score a lot of runs or what? What did they do today? Only scored 9. They lost 13-9. Venable would be next. 2 outs. Bases empty here in the 4th. Got him to chase. Breaking ball in the dirt. Strikeouts number 3 and 4 against Kemp and Norris. It's still 7-0. All right, and
Thanks,
to
Mike.
you. But you know that right field at Yankee Stadium is a joke.
Yeah, place ball flies. It really does.
And it's just a short distance. Martinez probably hit the ball that far in Little League, you know, and gets 3 home runs. You know, there's something in the replays last night as we go to the bottom of the 4th inning, and it's the top of the order. Pollock, Peralta, and Goldschmidt for Arizona. Pollock, an RBI single, knocked in 2 runs, in fact, in that 7-run go run. Was in the replays of Max Scherzer's near perfect game and all the celebration afterward. How much Scherzer himself enjoyed the game. I mean, he showed all the emotion during the game, after the game, loved what he was doing. You know, not trying to be too super cool. And yeah, he was. And good on him. You know, I really thought that as a veteran player that Scherzer exemplified the joy that we have for this game. And he was pitching the best game of his life and letting everyone know how much he loved doing it.
I loved it.
Yeah, high marks.
And then the chocolate syrup bath he had after.
Yeah, that's too much, but he started it all. So I guess they had a half dozen bottles of syrup to baptize him. 2-2. And another strikeout for Cashner. Second time he's gotten Pollock, and that's 5 total here in the game. And look at the National University standings in the American League East. And Tampa Bay, they just continue to win. They have a game lead on the Yankees, with Baltimore and Toronto right there, only 3 off the pace. And the Red Sox having a tough year, 31-40.
Well, you mentioned the Blue Jays, #1 in the American League in runs scored.
Peralta sends that one out of play. Tampa Bay lost today to Cleveland, 1-0. Ooh, that was close. Just below us.
He's a Tampa Bay fan.
Or that's his initials.
Yeah.
Could be. Yeah, I told you that. Well, no, you were with me at the White House. Yeah. Remember we went on the White House a couple years ago?
Yeah.
We had our SD pins on.
That's right.
And a woman kept staring at us from the other line. And she finally came over. Looked at me, looked at the SD and said, Tom Daschle, right? Like I'd be the senator.
Right.
And I'm waiting in line to go to the White House.
South Dakota.
Yeah.
Right?
SD, South Dakota. Can't make that stuff up.
No.
2-2. Lifted the left center. Venable is calling. And there's 2 away here in the 4th.
First baseman,
Here's Goldschmidt. Line to short, a leaping catch by Barmas. And bounce one through the middle with the bases loaded to knock in 2 runs in the 7-run second inning.
I think that's Rally Sally. She's here every game trying to rally the crowd, and she loves her Diamondbacks.
Yeah, she watches all the batting practice, and every time they hit a line drive, she applauds. Working on her ribbon moves for the next Olympic Games.
That's right.
You ought to see her in the hula hoop. I mean, she's going to win that competition. Yeah, she's going to win that competition. Yeah. While it is Father's Day, on this day it was also a big day for a woman in Los Angeles. High fly ball, shallow, and Kemp takes care of it. And we'll tell you all about Georgia Tiny Broadwick when we come back. Don't miss it. Oh my.
Baseball field with him while he's working on the field or football practice. For as long as I can remember, I was the ball boy as long as, since my mom would let me go up there. But a lot of memories with him up there, and he's pushed me to be who I am today.
Will Middlebrooks, whose father was a baseball coach, I think he coached football as well at Texarkana, Texas. So sports and baseball part of his life from day one. He'll lead it off. Top of the 5th inning, a 7-0 Arizona lead. All runs scored in the 2nd inning, 4 of them unearned. A couple of errors, 2 walks, hit batsman, 3 hits, and that produced the 7th. Venable struck out the first time. Of course, his dad, a major league ball player, Max, and he now has played more games, a bit better batting average, more home runs certainly than Dad.
Yeah, love Max. Max was a teammate of mine with the Giants. Sweet, hey Max.
He talked like that?
No, that was a joke in the clubhouse. Hey Max, sweet. He could run too. Good guy.
Well, his son has ever been at that as well. Oh, by the way, just so I know fans have been wondering, who in the world is Georgia Tiny Broadwick? And on this day in 1913, she did something that no woman had ever done before in the United States.
Swam the English Channel.
Fly ball slicing into the left field corner. That could be trouble. Peralta can't get there. Karams off the wall, and Venable with the play in front of him will hold at second base. Perhaps that's the start for the Padres to get after that 7-0 deficit.
Well, that's an at-bat that Dad Max would be very proud of, Will Venable, taking him the other way. Helix it. Let's see what he throws him here. It's a fastball. Takes it the other way. Doesn't try to do too much. Foot is down, hands are back. Let it fly. Catches that ball out front, but hits the inside part of that baseball and takes it exactly where it's pitched, just out of the reach of Peralta.
Great effort by Peralta. That ball slicing away from him, but Venable with his 7th 2-base hit of the season. Padres have a chance to get at least one here as Middlebrooks lined out to right his first time. Quickly then, Georgia Tiny Broadwick was the first woman in America to ever parachute from an airplane in Los Angeles, California. First one to take the jump and hope that thing.
I hope the chute opened.
Yeah. Well, they didn't call her Tiny for. No. Only kidding. She landed safely.
Nice.
I mean, just think about that. 1913, and not, Lindbergh hadn't made his move across the Atlantic. There weren't many airplanes up there, and she had the courage to go up there and say, yeah, I'll trust that thing to make an umbrella over my head.
Well, hopefully Will Venable can land safely at home plate and get on the board.
How about a little parachute hit here from Middlebrooks?
Love that.
All right, would you jump out of an airplane today if you went up there and said, here's your parachute, we're going to take you up there?
A tandem, yes.
No, she didn't have any tandem. Not Tiny, not Georgia Tiny Broadwick. They opened that door and pew!
I would not go solo.
Would you go in a Speedo?
No.
2-2 to Middlebrooks.
Even though the score is 7-0, Hellickson is pulling the string quite a bit.
There's the parachute.
On the changeup.
Oh, I'm with you. The old ripcord. And a strikeout for Hellickson. He goes upstairs for his 5th of the game. And that'll bring up Clint Varmus. Well, let's do a little parachute hop down to the field level. And Chris Button.
Nice. I've been enjoying the conversation. I'm going to take a little bit different direction. We've been talking about dads. Yonder Alonso and Odrismar Despaignet's dad have an interesting connection. They were battery mates for the Industriales in Cuba. Luis Alonso was the catcher. Francisco Despaigne was the relief pitcher. Other interesting note, Yonder was the bat boy for his dad when he ended up coaching the Industriales.
Yeah, there's so much the tight link between most of the major leaguers. Their dads were heavily involved, and many at a professional level. And when you see the current players before games at home, and they've got their kids out hitting them fungos and letting them practice the double play, you know, such a tremendous advantage for a young boy and young girls who are planning on going on to become top softball players. They have a dad that knows the game. Varmus flying to left. His first time. Brett Wallace is on deck. Kastner due to hit next.
You know, that last strikeout to Middlebrooks was a 91-mile-an-hour fastball, but it's the changeups. It makes it look like it's 98 out of the hand of Hellickson.
Venable leads from second, 1 out.
Another changeup. He's pitching like it's scoreless. As Andrew Kastner sits next to Dave Robertson, interim manager Pat Murphy, going over his outing.
Trying to assimilate that painful second inning. Stays alive, 1-2.
Oh, the tough thing for a starter is when you have any, you know, of course the errors didn't help Andrew in that inning. You got to wait 5 more days before your next start. Every pitcher goes out there with the intention of they want to go 9 innings. They want a complete game. Is it going to happen each and every time? Absolutely not. But you want to give it your all, and that's the tough thing when you only go 2 plus 3 innings. Whatever the case may be, 4. You got to wait.
High drive to center field. That backs up Pollock, and no advance from Venable. 2 away. And Brett Wallace will hit for Kastner. Called up this week from El Paso, former Arizona State star, played for Pat Murphy, Tempe. Former Houston Astro. And since he's a new face with the Padres, the battery of Hellickson and Saltalamaccchia going over how to pitch to him. Wallace had a pinch hit appearance in the Friday night game. Grounded to second. Another off speed, ball 1. Venable, a leadoff double, but he's still out there at second base as the Padres trying to break this shutout bid of Jeremy Hellickson. A series of off-speed pitches from Hellickson. Wallace hitting over 300 at El Paso with 8 home runs. He hits this one a ton to right field. In the gap and off the top of the wall. Venable will score. Wallace into second with an RBI double. And the Padres have their first run of the game. Just missed a home run. 7-1 now as Wallace delivers.
Boy, he was all over that pitch. My goodness.
Big swing from Brett Wallace. Big result. High changeup.
Let's see how close this came to clearing that short fence in right field. Looked like it hit right on the yellow marker.
Let's take a look.
No, it's off the Cox sign. So he missed by about 3 feet.
Gave it a good ride, though. Good swing.
And let's see if Spangenberg can pick up Wallace now and cut deeper into that lead. A pair of doubles here in the 5th inning. Fly ball left field. A long run for Peralta. He's got speed and gets there foul territory for the catch. But the Padres on the board. Doubles by Venable and the pinch hitter Wallace. It's 7-1. Padres baseball brought to you by Saquon Casino, only 25 miles from Petco Park. And by Jack in the Box. Try the new Double Jack today, only at Jack in the Box. Those majestic Saguaro cactus, the largest in America, some as high as 5 stories. Our pitching change brought to you by El Cajon Ford as lefty Frank Garces comes in.
Well, got to hold the Diamondbacks first of all. 7-1 deficit for San Diego, and Frank Garces, the left-hander, the lone left-hander in that bullpen. Maybe chewing up an inning or two as Andrew Kastner remains on the bench rooting for his teammates.
4 innings, 7 runs, 3 earned, 4 hits, 2 walks, a hit batsman, and 5 strikeouts. The line for Kastner. Tomas sharply hit, but right to Spangenberg for the first down.
Hey, tomorrow our coverage of the 2015 FIFA Women's World Cup continues as Alex Morgan, Abby Wambach, and Megan Rapinoe. Yeah, Megan Rapinoe. Yeah. And Team USA continue the quest for a third title as they take on Colombia in a win or go home matchup for both teams. Coverage begins at 4 p.m. Pacific on Fox Sports 1. You catch the whole tournament streaming live on Fox Sports Go. Go USA.
Oh, it's now win or go home.
Yep.
Huh? Yep. Get serious now. Lamb fouls it away. He walked and scored back in the second, grounded to second his last time. Interesting note on Tomas, who just grounded out. He was up twice in that second inning, remember. He struck out to open the inning, and he struck out again at the tail end of the inning. Hard to believe, but that's only the second time in Arizona history that a player has struck out twice in the one inning.
Oh, wow.
Rick Helling, the pitcher.
Yes.
back in 2002. A drive to center. Venable makes the catch. Well hit, but right at the center fielder. And today's game presented in HD by Sony 4K.
You know what? When we talk about baseball records, the one that still sticks out to me to this day that I can't wrap my head around is the Chan-Ho Park Fernando Tatis matchup. 2 grand slams in the same inning at Dodger Stadium for Tatis off of Chan-Ho Park. Are you kidding me? He hit 2 grand slams in 1 inning off the same pitcher. That's 8 RBIs in 1 inning off the same pitcher.
And the fact that the same pitcher's in there all the way through an inning where they've hit around.
Exactly.
Is that his punishment to be on the mound?
Wow.
Right fielder Kemp takes care of the fly ball off the bat of Owings, and that's a quick 3 up, 3 down inning for Garces. All right, they've had a rough series in the nation's capital. They lost to Joe Ross, the younger brother of Tyson, on Friday night. Then they get no hit and then bombed today. 9-2. Hellickson into the 6th inning. This is his 14th start. He's never gone 7 full. But his pitch count is only 67 as he faces Alonso, who has a single and a ground out. Shift is on. Hellickson, a control artist. He has 5 strikeouts, no walks. Alonso single, a line drive to right back in the 1st inning. Left side is tempting. Only Ahmed over on that side, and he's closer to 2nd than 3rd.
Good pitch.
Pretty
easy at 90, huh?
Yep. 2-2. Broken bat looper, that'll fall into right center field for a base hit. Alonso's 2nd hit. He'll sacrifice that bat for a knock. And for the Padres, they've now out-hit Arizona 5-4, although they trail where it counts 7-1. Justin Upton, the batter.
Tell you what, he might break a lot of bats, but he fights it off and it's elevated. It gets over the infielder's heads for a base hit. Take those every time. They're tough enough to come by. As you mentioned, Dick, he'll sacrifice that slightly for that knock.
Upton is line to right, fly to right. Inside. Two and 0.
Padres need multiple base runners and then a blast. To be quite honest with you, load them up. Maybe 2 runners on, 3-run shot.
And he hits this one well to left center field. Peralta can't get there. That skips into the crowd. A ground rule double for Upton. So the Padres have something brewing now here in the 6th. 2nd and 3rd, no one out. And Matt Kemp coming up.
We see it so often, but Justin Upton is having one heck of a year. And if he make a mistake, chances are, there's going to be swings and misses right there at times, but there are times when he's just going to throw that head, and what a pretty swing. Head down, stiff front leg right here, generating that power up this way, and then that bat speed with that bottom half, letting it fly. Get through that baseball, punishing that baseball.
Mike Harkey, the pitching coach, out to talk to Hellingsson, and Andrew Chafin begins to loosen up in the bullpen. So this is to buy some time to get Chafin ready.
Tell you what, Mike Harkey, he waits till the last second when that umpire gets out there to break it up. He's going to take as much time as he can to try to get the point across to his pitchers.
So base hit away from pulling within grand slam range as Kemp digs a little toe hold. He's grounded to third and struck out. Double and a single, scored a couple of runs last night. And he hits this hard, but it's right at Tomas in right field. Tagging is Upton, and he'll make it over to third as Alonso comes in, and it's 7-2. Kemp with his 36th run batted in.
Hey, you get one here, you get one there, you get a bunch on one swing. High fives all the way around from Matt Kemp, elevating that ball to the outfield.
He hit it hard.
Yes,
could have been even more destructive to the D-backs lead. So here's Norris. He struck out the last time, popped up back in the second. Another fly ball, and it's a 7-3 game.
Hey, the first goal is to get in the slam range. Then you get in the slam range. One here, one there. Got to rely on that bullpen, though. Bullpen's got to come through big time.
Perhaps his longest home run of the 9 this year was last night. He buried that well back into the left center field bleachers. And he and Jan Solardi have got their little home run dance going. Oh, 1-2.
Hanging breaking ball. He hit one out in Oakland, a hanging breaking ball.
Hellickson got away with one. You can see in that deep exhalation. Infield's conceding the run. They're all back. Will Venable, a double, scored the first run for the Padres in the last inning. It's a pop-up that'll make it to the crowd. Nice turnout on this Father's Day Sunday. They kept arriving at game time. About half as many people as currently are here at Chase Field. Terrific turnout. Got to be pushing toward 40,000. Ripped foul. That one almost took Upton with it. One out, Upton at third. A run home at 7-2. Arizona. If you're just joining us, Arizona all 7 runs in the second inning, 4 of them unearned. And he struck him out. Second time he's gotten Norris. Our closed captioning brought to you by Wiener Schnitzel. 6 strikeouts now for Jeremy Hellickson.
Yeah, the second time that Norris has gotten the changeup. The first at bat popped out to third base, and that changeup there got him swinging.
The 6 strikeouts for Hellickson ties his season high. Venable struck out and then doubled and scored in the 5th inning. Sliced a double into the left field corner. Another off speed. Nope, not many fastballs. Good job by Will. Runners in scoring position, 2 outs. That's where we stand here with the man at third. 2 gone. Money hits. Another changeup. Goodness.
Curveball changeup to get ahead 0-2 for Hellickson.
Upton still standing at third. 2 strikes on Venable. And he got him again. Another off-speed pitch. Goodness. Not a pitch over 80 miles an hour in most of the offerings. Padres strand a man at third. go to that 7-run second inning. Bases loaded, no one out. Middlebrooks throw pulled Norris off home plate. 1-0 Arizona. And then with a pitcher up, he hits Hellickson with the bases loaded. 2-0. And then a single by Pollock drives in 2 more. Then a double play ball goes right through Barmas's legs. And the D-backs would wind up scoring 7 runs, 3 earned, 4 unearned. They lead 7-2 as we move on to the bottom of the 6th inning. SALTALAMACCHIA, AHMED, and the pitcher Hellickson do a walk and a double for the big catcher. Switch hitter, batting right-handed for the first time. Frank Garces into his 2nd inning. Broken bat, ground ball deep into the hole. Barmas a long throw and gets him. Nice scoop by Alonso at the other end. Lack of speed, and that allowed Barmas from the outfield grass to throw him out.
Nice play, Clint Barmas. You do your thing out there, kid. I'll tell you, I didn't think it was going to even be this close, but he makes a difference with that arm. And it seems to me that Clint Barmas always does well when he's on the move. He gets rid of that ball so quickly, even when he charges the baseball. But to go away from the plate, transfer, and then sure, it's a one-hopper, but it's an accurate one-hopper. Nice pick by Alonso. Well played, gents.
1 out to Nick Ahmed. He's safe on an error by Middlebrooks. That ball with the bases loaded that we just showed you, and he grounded to first his last time.
That was beautiful.
Quick strikes on Ahmed. Hellickson is on deck. High fly ball, shallow in center. Second baseman Spangenberg goes out to get it. 2 gone. That's 5 in a row retired by the reliever Garces.
This copyrighted telecast is presented by authority of the San Diego Padres and may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form. The account's description of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the San Diego Padres.
Hellickson hit by a pitch with the bases loaded. So he was credited with his 3rd RBI, and he grounded to shortstop his last time. One and one. So off day tomorrow, and then we'll be chatting with you on Tuesday night, 6:30. Despaigne against Madison Bumgarner. First of 3 with the Giants. Then on Wednesday night, 6:30, Kennedy draws Vogelsong. Day game on Thursday, Shields and the no-hit pitcher Chris Heston. Two balls, 2 strikes on Hellickson. Father's Day turnout of 35,590. 35,590 here at Chase Field. Arizona starting today 4.5 off the lead in the West. The Dodgers lead them by 4.5 and the Padres by 5. It's like 3 generations there.
Hey, he's got a Sun Devils jersey on too.
Chase is in the dirt. Or did he get a piece of it? Well, he's not going to run it out anyway. And that's out number 3. Garces with his first strikeout. 6 in a row retired by Garces.
even nowadays, even today, he's my coach, and he's a guy that I can talk to more mentally about the game than physically, but definitely he's a guy that has influenced my game and my career in every way possible.
He's been there since day one. He's taught me pretty much everything I know, so I definitely would not be here without him.
And salute by the Padre players for their dads, acknowledging their contribution and motivation, support to become a big leaguer. And of course, the ultimate thank you to your dad is to do just that, accomplish the big league opportunity. Here's Andrew Chafin coming in for Hellickson. Interestingly, Chappelle let Hellickson hit and then replaces him here in the top of the 7th inning.
Yeah, interesting to find out why he was pulled. Remember, he got hit in the hip, and kind of noticed during that last at bat he was kind of grabbing at that hip a little bit. So left-hander Andrew Chafin, we've seen him before. Fastball, slider, changeup, 90-94 from the left-hander. Pretty good splits, especially against lefties. 176.
Padres have enjoyed hitting against left-handed pitching all season long. Let's see if they can take advantage of Chafin. Bottom third of the order, Middlebrooks, Barmas, and the pitcher's spot. Hellickson leaves 6 innings, 2 runs earned. Did not walk a man. Struck out 7 and allowed 6 hits.
Yeah, those strikeouts for Jeremy Hellickson, 1 on a fastball, 2 of them were on changeups, and 4 of the strikeouts were on curveballs. So he had the off-speed pitch working tonight, this afternoon, for the strikeouts on the off-speed stuff.
Chafin was late getting into the game, so his warm-up tosses continue, and that'll give us a chance to let you see what's up next. We're going to see Buster Posey leads the catchers with 10 home runs and a 461 slugging percentage. Nora Aoki was injured yesterday. We don't know if he's going to be available, but he's batting .317, 6th in the National League. Tough leadoff hitter. And we'll see on Tuesday night, Mad Bumgarner, 1-1 against the Padres this year. They do have 12 hits and 10 plus innings against the lefty.
Put together some good at-bats against the left-hander.
That'll be Tuesday night against Despagne Bumgarner. And our TV time here on Fox Sports San Diego, 6:30. So Chafin finally is ready. Middlebrooks has lined out and struck out. And perhaps that was an injury that of some sort for Hellickson, because they gave Chafin more than just 7 tosses to warm up.
I think he was grabbing his hip that last at-bat.
Fly ball to right. Tomas there. 1 away.
Well, we got confirmation that in fact was the case, because the umpire notified manager Pat Murphy that this was a pitcher coming in because of an injury, so therefore taking as long as he needs to get hot.
Murphy looking at that lineup card as we have the pitcher's spot next, and Melvin Upton first out of the dugout with a bat. Barmas has flied out twice. Seven runs, 4 hits for Arizona, 2 runs, 6 hits for the Padres. With the 4 unearned runs today, Andrew Kastner, we're guessing, leads the National League in most unearned runs when he's on the mound. 17 unearned runs when he's pitching this year. Two and one.
A lot of communicating going on that bench. Pat Murphy said that day one. He's always talking to the players, talking to the coaches, getting their insights, getting to know them a little bit better. Sure, he knew them in spring training, being in camp.
Driven to left center field, a long run. Pollock can't get there. And Barmas on his way to second base with another extra base hit, a double with 1 out for Clint Barmas. He really got into that one to get it out of Pollock's range. Well, the Padres trying to get after that 5-run lead of Arizona's. They missed a good opportunity last inning, getting only 1 run and leaving a man at third. With 1 out, they couldn't get Upton in.
3 hits last night for Clint Barmas, a single and a couple of doubles, and now a double hit well. And you know what? You always got to hold your breath when that ball is hit by A.J. Pollock, because he's got some speed and just missed that one.
So Harkey out, the pitching coach again. Wants to make sure that they're on the same page how to pitch to Melvin Upton. Upton homered his last time up here at Chase Field. Homered last night in the 9th inning off Addison Reed. Ball 1. Two and 0. Base runners, base runners. The Padres need them.
Looked like Solarte was looking in the bench there to find out what Chafin has there. He's motioning fastball slider.
He went around 2-1. Solarte on deck would hit for Spangenberg.
They've got the binders down there on the bench, the 3-ring binders with all the scouting reports and what pitchers throw and different tendencies, different counts.
And 3-1. Just to quickly correct the total for Cashner is more than 17. It's actually, as we double check, 19 unearned runs when he's been pitching for the Padres this year. That leads the major leagues.
Wow.
So just not getting the support that the other pitchers have enjoyed. High foul fly. That's going to make it into the seats down by the Padre dugout. No, it stays there for Goldschmidt. Goodness, that looked like it was headed for certain. But that does foul Terry Benz away from home plate down beyond the dugout, and just enough room for Goldschmidt to be able to make the catch.
And the high pop fly, flash look, get to the furthest point to where you can, and Goldschmidt is camped to make that catch.
So 3-1 pitch, and Upton fouls out, and Solarte with 2 away. And Barmas still at second base. Solarte not getting as many chances from that right side as left-handed. Only 43 at bats with 8 hits, 186 right-handed, 259 left-handed. Ground ball, but it's right at Ahmed. Across for the out, and the Padres are 1 for 8 runners in scoring position today. It remains 7-2. It's baseball, brought to you by Mercury Insurance. Log on to mercuryinsurance.com today and see how much you could save. By Petco, what we feed them matters. And by Jerome's Furniture, where Jerry's price is the lowest price every day. No phony sales, just pure value. Sean Kelly introduced here in the bottom of the 7th inning, as the Padres, after Cashner's awful inning, the 7-run second inning, he settled down, and the bullpen, Garza's 2 good innings. 11 straight Arizona Diamondbacks have been retired. Solarte stays in the game at second base.
And Sean Kelly, last time out on this road trip was Thursday against the swinging A's in Oakland. He threw an inning, and it was bagels all the way across. And with that pinch hitting appearance for CORY SPANGENBERG, Yanderis Solarte goes into play second base, leading off.
So Garces retires all 6 men that he faced with 1 strikeout.
You know, Dick, earlier we were talking about the Toronto Blue Jays and the runs they scored. Unbelievable nugget right here. The most games by teams scoring more than 7+ runs. The Blue Jays have done it 27 times this year. Scored 7 runs or more. 27 times.
They are an offensive machine. Every time you look at the highlights, somebody's hitting a ball out.
And the D-backs, the A's, and the Nationals have done it 18 times.
Toronto currently just 3 games off the lead. Tampa Bay leading in the American League East. Kelly faces the top of the D-backs order. Pollock, then Peralta, and Goldschmidt here in the 7th. Dodgers are hosting the Giants. Final game of their 3-game series. That's a later game. High fly ball. Center field, Venable. One out. And what do you have for us, Chris?
Well, a couple more notes about Father's Day. Craig Kimbrell's dad, Mike, 3 years ago when he was with the Braves, surprised him on the field with a Harley. And his dad has taken it all around the country, drives it to go see him play, even drove it all the way across the country from Atlanta to San Diego last year. Craig said, I don't think he's going to make that trip again. It was a little long, but nice little surprise for him a few years ago on Father's Day.
Oh, very nice, Chris. We got a chance to meet Mr. Kimbrell in Atlanta. Yes, Dick and I did after a game.
Peralta 0 for 3, safe on an error, double play ball that went through the legs of Barmas back in the 2nd. And he was one of the 7 men who came around to score. That was one of those innings that you just like to dig a hole and bury it. As the D-backs managed only 3 hits, but there were 2 walks, a hit batsman by Cashner, and 2 errors. All added up to 7 runs. That slicing toward Upton, racing into the gap, and makes the catch. He read that perfectly off the bat of Peralta. 2 away. And here's Goldschmidt. Line to short. Barnes making a leaping catch in the 1st inning. And then with the infield in, dribbled a single through the middle for a couple of RBIs in the 2nd and fly to right the last time. Three for 8 in the series. Left side, Barmas. There's that quick trigger and a good dig again by Alonso at the other end. A quick inning for Sean Kelly. It's still 7-2. Discussion between Pat Murphy and plate umpire Bill Wolfke in between innings. Have no idea what that was about. Top of the 8th inning. Yonder Alonso, the only Padre, the only player in the game with more than one hit. A single in the first, another broken bat single in the 6th. Way out in front of the breaking ball from Chafin. Shift is on. You look at that scoreboard, convoluted numbers. Diamondbacks 7 runs, 4 hits. Padres 2 runs, 7 hits. Tempting to go to left field. And not a good hack at all there from Yonder Alonso. 1 away.
And this month, Fox Sports San Diego is very proud to honor Make-A-Wish San Diego as the Community Partner of the Month, presented by Kaiser Permanente. Make-A-Wish San Diego is giving hope, strength, and joy to children with life-threatening medical conditions to enrich the human experience. For more information, visit foxsportssandiego.com.
Justin Upton has lined to right, fly to right, and doubled to left center. Matt Kemp to follow. Time running out on the Padres, trailing by 5. Rubber game of the 3-game series. They split the 2 to open this road trip. Now trying to win the 3rd game here, but Arizona with that one big inning. And a sharp ground ball, diving stab by Lamb, and the throw across in time. That was in between. Do I just reach for it, or do I might as well lay out and get it? Not a spectacular play, but he gets the job done. 2 out. Kemp has grounded out, struck out, and knocked in a run with a sacrifice fly the last time. But you play the what if game when you have an ugly inning like that 2nd inning. 4 unearned. Let's say you don't give the D-backs those 4 unearned runs. It'd be a 3-2 game here, and we'd be sitting on some good drama. But those what if games usually are for the losers.
Boy, if I could go back, I have a lot of what ifs, right?
Mm-hmm.
A lot of mulligans, though.
Well, growing up on a farm, what if every one of those apples that I picked was a gold apple? What if we had indoor plumbing?
Yeah.
Wouldn't that have been nice?
Yeah. Boy, what if a strike was down and away? That'd be in the Hall of Fame.
Yeah. Center field, that hit well, but Pollock positioned perfectly. And it's a 1-2-3 inning for the Padres. Bottom of the 8th inning we go. Arizona 7, San Diego 2. Bill Howe, play of the game. Bases loaded, second inning. Ground ball, Middlebrooks. He throws wild. Just pulled Norris off home plate. It was reviewed for over 3 minutes, and the ruling stood that the throw was errant. That was the first of the 7 runs scored by the Diamondbacks back in the second inning. It's almost like the assembly line has closed since, because after getting 7 in the second, they have only 1 hit, and 14 straight men have been retired by Padre pitching. Joaquin Benoit comes in here in the 8th.
Well, nice splits for the right-hander. The veteran lefties 204 clip. The righties 065. Fastball mid-90s. Got that change-up, a secondary pitch, occasional slider from Joaquin.
He'll face the middle 3 in the order for Arizona: Tomas, Lamb, and Owings. Only 1 hit since they scored 7 on 3 hits in the second. In fact, that 1 hit was the 1-out double by SALTALAMACCHIA in the 3rd inning. So that's the last base runner that went away in the 3rd. Nothing but out since, but a nice 7-run cushion to lean on. 2-0. Three and 0.
It's been a while since Joaquin has been out there. It's been a long time.
Line drive, right field. Kemp is there. Right off the grass top as Tomas lines out. It's swinging 3-0.
In fact, according to my book, last time Joaquin was out there was on June 14th against the Dodgers. Pitch an inning, give up a hit, a run, walked 1, struck out 1.
Yeah, that's unusual, isn't it, for him to be on the sidelines that long. Ground ball to the second baseman Solarte in shallow right field. 2 out as Lamb rolls out. He's 0 for 3 with a walk. And it's time for our Cholula flamethrower.
Joaquin Benoit on the mound, and in the short time, 94. Hot sauce.
16 straight. D-backs retired. Owings singled in that 7-run second and scored. He's flied out the last 2 times.
Yeah, the boys from the pen have done a nice job this afternoon.
Nice hop to Barnes, a quick throw across, and another 1, 2, 3 innings, 17 straight retired, but Padres need 5 to tie.
all over the place to play games. Growing up, I played quite a few sports, so it was a year-round thing. Also, my grandfather, too. He was at every game, cheering me on. So I'd say just having all that support behind me was huge.
He was there for me, and him and my mom both taking me around, and he'd take me up to the old church abandoned softball field and throw to me, and then let me throw to him, and so he's a big reason why I'm here today.
Our salute to our fathers on this day, and many of you are planning your evening meal, hopefully with your children present. One of the disadvantages of this jet propulsion world of ours is that our kids wandered far away and don't get to give them a big hug on a day like this, Derek Norris, as the Padres face Chafin for the third inning. He's done a good job giving up one hit. The Padre bullpen in the 3-game series, 6 innings, allowed only 1 hit, no runs, no walks, struck out 4. Padres used up their runs last night, 8-1 win last night. They trail 7-2 as we enter the 9th. Norris, rough day for Derek, a pop up and 2 strikeouts. Slap foul. Venable, and then Middlebrooks to follow here in the 9th. Center field. Pollock with an easy chance. 1 out to Venable. Since Chafin is going to work in his 3rd inning, he's in line to pick up that 3-inning save.
Yeah, does it matter the score? You complete 3 innings. You bet.
He's 4-0 overall, and that would be his first save. Venable takes strike 1. It would be his first career major league save. Venable, a double, and now a single as he belts one back through the middle. Padres have out hit the Diamondbacks 8-4. They don't give medals for the hit column.
Yeah.
Middlebrooks has lined to right, flied to right, and struck out. 0 for 8 in the series. He has hit some monstrous fly balls, meaning he's just missing. Driving it deep. Here's another high fly ball. Tomas. 2 away. And it's Barmas trying to keep it going. Doubled this last time over the center fielder Pollock's head. A loss would drop the Padres 4 games under 500 and leave them either 5 or 6 behind the Dodgers in the NL West. And Arizona, the one NL West team winning here in June.
Yep.
Should the Dodgers lose tonight, the D-backs are only 3.5 out of first place. Well, actually it'd be 4 because the Giants then would leapfrog. Venable takes second base on defensive indifference. The Giants have the Dodgers number, huh? 5 in a row. Two and 1 to Barmas.
Yeah, not one team has really hit that one streak.
Padre fans patiently waiting for San Diego to get into. It's win one, lose one. You know, a lot of one-game winning streaks. Another fly ball, and it's right at Tomas, and the ball game is over. Diamondbacks take the rubber game of the 3-game series, and although no home runs were hit in the game, over $2 million have been raised during the Home Run Challenge this past week. Make your pledge by going online to homerunchallenge.org. The final, the Padres out-hit the D-backs 8-4, but they lose the game 7-2. Now to Mike Pomerantz.